What's up, guys? I'm John Robinson with the Noble Elk. We're here today to talk about cooking butterfly leg of lamb. This has been marinating overnight with a half a cup of lemon juice and a half a cup of coconut aminos. Now you can use a half a cup of soy sauce or other things like that. We prefer the coconut aminos, personal preference, and kind of a secret, I guess, if you want to say it that way. So a little more healthy for us.
Healthy secret.
Yeah, healthy secret. I like it. All right, so we used. Oh, it's kind of falling apart on us because it's been
Marinating.
marinating. It's gonna be delicious. We also got some fresh rosemary and garlic out of our garden as well. It's kind of an extra. Please feel free to do it. Put it in there with it. It's just gonna help out. That rosemary and garlic with lamb makes all the difference. All right, look at all that. Fresh out of the garden last night. Rosemary.
Ooh, so you're gonna try to butterfly these now.
I am, yeah. Okay, so when you get your leg of lamb, if it's got, like for us, our lamb that we raise, not super fatty. You can see that, right? Not super fatty. They're very lean, okay? So when you get some from the store somewhere else, they might have a little extra fat on them. That's fine. All you need to do with that is score the fat to make sure that you can get in there, all right, before you set it in the marinade. Next step we're gonna do is just to butterfly it. I'll let the professional with the knife do that.
So we're just gonna butterfly this right down the center. Now, normally you would use a filleting knife, but I actually am not in possession of a filleting knife, so I just have a really sharp chef's knife. That
Ooh, pretty.
got a little bit through there, so you guys see that? We just kind of open up that inside. You can tell all that delicious marinade in there.
Well, the reason that we're butterflying these is to make the meat thinner, right? Because the way that we're gonna process these is we're gonna do a quick sear and we're gonna broil fast. We wanna get a nice sear on the outside, keep the juices in, and we're gonna serve it thinly sliced.
But we've got this lamb butterflied. What's next, John?
Okay, so what's next? We're gonna get it in a hot pan. We're gonna put some butter in the pan, sear it really well, and then we're gonna broil it.
So we probably want a full tablespoon of butter in there, don't we?
I would, yeah. So with lamb, the more
Fat and yummy.
stuff you can get.
Make sure that has got a good melt on her. You guys, a little fun trick I like to do with my butter is I do add a little shot of olive oil just to help it go a little further. Take this beautiful piece of lamb right here, and we're gonna go ahead and plop this baby right into our skillet. Get soaked in that butter. I don't want any contact with metal that's not covered in butter first. We just wanna get a good sear on this, so we're gonna let it kind of sear for a sec. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing.
Yeah, it does, right? All right, so we're gonna set this in just for a few minutes per side, get a nice sear on it, okay? Beautiful.
Okay, one more. Let's do a little bit more butter in there because it's starting to dry up just a skosh.
Yeah. We're gonna broil it, make sure we hit 125.
So do we want to hit our thickest guy?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put this into our thickest guy right here.
Kind of what we're doing here. It's not rare, it's not uncooked. We're cooking it, but we want it to be medium rare. We're gonna thinly slice this against the grain, roll it, whatever you want to do, and just dip it in the marinade and eat it.
Okay, cool.
Super good.
I think it sounds great. All right, you guys, while that's cooking, we're gonna go ahead and prepare our side dish. I got some of these little baby potatoes. We're gonna go ahead and chunk these things up, and I'm gonna go ahead and cover them with my favorite Morton's Nature Seasoning. This is just a great spice everybody should have in their spice cabinet. We're gonna go ahead and use our vegetable knife. John, have you ever used a vegetable knife?
I haven't.
Okay, so we are going, I will wait till you feel it.
I might cut my thumb off, man.
Feel that thing and cut one of those as opposed to like a chef's knife.
All right, let's do it. Oh, man.
Like, can you feel it's crazy, isn't it? There's like no resistance.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna do this. You can.
Yep, just quarter those babies up, chunk them up.
Oh yeah, I'd cut myself.
Did you really? Just
No.
okay. I was like, oh, awesome. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these things up. You know, you guys, you can slice these, you can quarter them. I just like to cut them into little chunks. That's how I like to cook them.
Bite size.
Bite-sized. Yep. Kids will eat them. The wife will eat them. Nobody complains, and they just are good. These are also really great for breakfast potatoes. I make these a lot for breakfast.
Camping, prepare them early.
Yep.
Take them, throw them out.
Okay, so now I got all my potatoes chunked up. I'm gonna go ahead and add my Morton's Nature Seasoning. Now you can get all of this stuff in separate bottles, but they've just done a great job of mixing this up. So I'm gonna go with a very, very liberal coating of those, and then I'm gonna mix them up and kind of use them to soak up all the stuff that I've cut all over my cutting board. Make sure that they are all very heavily seasoned. And then we're gonna do that again. Make sure they're very heavily seasoned. Now, while those little guys sit there and soak and become delicious, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab another little cast iron skillet. As you guys know, I love cast iron or stainless steel. It's a little bit of a better way to cook.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get this skillet hot, just like we did the other one. And I'm gonna do another mix of butter and olive oil, and we're just gonna fry these potatoes. Now, you guys, this is a fun thing. A lot of people, we love going to the restaurant, to the breakfast place and getting the hash browns, and they're nice and golden brown and delicious. How many of you have tried to do that at home and it just turns into mush? Okay, it's because you're a meddler. You have to stop meddling. You literally need to dump the potatoes into the pan and let them cook until they are cooked and turn them one time.
Yep.
Don't keep turning your potatoes. They turn into mush. Another tablespoon of butter. I don't want this as hot as I'm trying to sear meat. I want this a little bit cooler so that we don't burn and scorch the potatoes. Okay, that, my sir, is probably good enough. Go ahead, let's dump those in there. Yep, just like so. Now I'm gonna use my fancy Rachel Ray spatula. Kind of gonna get these guys all tossed and coated in my butter and my oil mix. There we go.
That?
Just like that.
All right, so when you pull these out, don't wrap them in foil or anything. You want to pull them out at 125 to 130 and just let them sit and rest for a minute until you can get your hands on them and thinly slice them. We'll let them sit while the potatoes cook.
Okay, I like to add a little bit of more nature seasoning mid-cook.
All right, Brian, so what's your telltale sign for, like, how do you know when it's like, all right, the one time?
So we're almost there. As you look, see this guy right here? Right here, the bottom of that is all brown and charred. I'm just gonna flick that one up. Yep. That is almost there. A little bit more than that.
All right.
And they will not fall apart. But we're just gonna go ahead and give it a turn right now. Let's just do it right now, right now. See how none of them stuck?
Yep.
None of them broke apart. So we just give that a nice good toss up. Sometimes you have to add a little bit more butter. Sometimes you got to add a little bit more oil. And you want to, sometimes you'll have one that doesn't flip. And so I'm going to go through and headhunt those guys and flip them.
So they go over.
Yep. Yeah, it is the hardest thing for me to cook. I usually set it, get those going, and then start working on my meal.
Whole time I'm cooking, if I'm cooking meat camping, I'm like,
just try to ignore them. I have big old cast iron skillet. And the thing of it is cooking like this, your cast iron loves it.
Oh yeah.
It loves it.
Yeah, they're not gonna stick. Like, you do cast iron the right way, you'll never go back.
Nope, you'll never go back.
Don't use non-stick.
Yeah, we're gonna turn this again. Now this is getting really hot.
You want a plate, bowl, what do you want?
Nope, not yet. We're gonna let this continue to go for a little bit. But when we're done, we'll just do a plate because I like to put a paper towel down to soak up a little of the extra, just like that.
All right, we're gonna soak it up with that napkin a little bit.
So there's those little guys soaking up. Now we're ready to bring over our lamb.
So this is the marinade that we had the lamb in. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna throw that in the microwave, a minute, something like that. Just get it warm, because that's what we're gonna dip the lamb in and thinly sliced.
Yum. I'm so excited, you guys.
Sorry. All right, so what we're gonna do is just take these. I'm gonna let the the cook master here with the knife thinly slice these against the grain. All right.
Hey. Okay, so as you guys can see here, we can see the grain coming this way. So what John is instructing us to properly do the lamb, we're gonna cut across the grain, okay? Try to make that nice and tender. How thin?
Thin. You wanna take it with your hand, we're just gonna dip them in that sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just do these couple ones a little bit thicker, but
He's
then
gonna go. Look at that. Look at that cross section.
Sometimes you gotta work with your meat a little bit.
That looks delicious.
This looks so, and it just, I mean, I don't know how much of it is the lamb,
part
how much
about
of it is
this
the
is you
knife.
serve this for a meal. This can be your entree, or it can be your appetizer if you're going in. And it is super fast. This takes 20 to 30 minutes. The longest part is obviously marinating. So pull it out the night before, put it in the marinade, and then enjoy it. The antioxidants in this, super healthy for your body. Pound of lamb is about 1,300 calories, give or take. You're gonna find different things, but that's what it is.
Do we by chance know the protein content out of that?
I don't off the top of my head. It's a little lower than, you know, elk and bison for what we all the other things that we sell, but you're gonna be right there with chicken and other things. So
Cool. But some of the other B vitamins that this is having are
Yep.
really big
B
increase.
vitamins, the selenium, the zinc in it, it's super healthy for you. There's a lot of zinc in lamb. So a lot of people are taking zinc tablets, zinc pills, zinc sprays, putting it in your drinks, throwing it in your
Shampoo and conditioner. Are you talking about the selenium?
zinc.
Oh,
The
zinc.
selenium. I mean, I'm talking about zinc. So a lot of people are putting that also in, like, it's in your pre-workout. It's in a lot of different things.
Yeah.
If you can supplement that with a natural source like lamb, you're much better off. Zinc is such an immune system booster. It just helps you a ton in your daily life.
Now, I would also like to add, you guys, zinc is found in potatoes, but when you buy them from the fast food restaurant and they have been fried in seed oils, it negates 100% of those health benefits. So fry them in a healthy butter, in an olive oil, not your high saturated or your highly processed seed oils.
Yep.
I'm gonna dip this right in here. Look at that, and I'm gonna try it. Oh, wow, that's incredible.
So good. And you that have had lamb before, and you're like, oh, it tastes so lamby. It tastes like sheep, whatever. Cooking things the right way makes a world of difference. This took 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's really good.
Most people go to, like, restaurant, they have lamb, and it's like, okay, we're gonna put all this jelly or other crap on it. And it's like, no, this is super simple. This is 2 ingredients. It's lemon juice.
That's so good.
Man, this is so good, John.
This is delicious.
Wow.
Wow.
With a potato.
Now I got a mouthful.
Holy cow. You guys, if you are liking this, if you guys like this recipe, if you want to eat like this, just jump on over to thenobleelk.com. John's out there running this elk farm, sheep farm, making sure the animals are healthy, they're clean. This is a really, really great source of high quality protein. John, you want to tell the folks anything about your farm?
We raise about a lot of sheep, a lot of elk, and there's no hormones or no growth hormones. It's all pasture raised. They're healthy. He's gonna keep eating this all day. I'm like, I gotta talk. And so we ship to all 50 states. We'll always ship 2-day guarantee. If there's any issues with your shipment, we'll ship you a replacement order. We deal with UPS. It doesn't happen very frequently, and we'll take care of you. So family-owned, run business. I don't ever know what to say when.
It's a wrap for that one.